All right, give it up for Trevor Roth. How are you enjoying San Diego Comic-Con so far this year?
I enjoy Comic-Con every year. It is amazing to be back. It's like a second home to us in many ways. And we're out in force this year. We're out in force.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen it. So Section 31 has been whispered about among fans for a long time. What do you think it is about Georgiou's character that really captures the imagination and curiosity among fans to want more stories with her?
Well, I think one of the things about Georgiou's character that's fascinating is obviously the person who plays her. So Michelle Yeoh, ginormous, amazing, lovely, kind, talented, can kick my ass 3 ways, to Sunday. It's, she's crazy and amazing. And she really brought this character to life in a very unique way over the past however long it's been. And I think really, the idea of learning more about Georgiou and a little bit of, peeling back the layers is a really interesting proposition for people and something that she's allowing us to do so well.
And can you tell me more about this project's evolution from a series to a feature?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's so many things that go into any project as to, the way it's going to come about, what it's actually going to be, the end format that's going to be in. Everything from schedules to budgets to storytelling and the creative side of things. So really, it just ended up being something that originally we, was anticipated as a potential series, and fell into the idea of being able to put it into a succinct, movie that's 1.5 hours, 2 hours, kind of a period to tell this particular story.
And does Section 31 mark a shift in Star Trek storytelling to more feature-length pieces? And can fans expect more of these types of projects around legacy characters?
I mean, the answer to the second question is I hope so. I think there are so many amazing legacy characters around, so many stories that we haven't completely told that, are ripe for the telling, that I would love to see more of that come to fruition. I think that I forgot your other question. What was even the first question? I answered the second one first. I can't remember.
If fans can expect more projects around legacy characters that are feature length.
Oh, feature length, yeah. I mean, I think that, truth be told, I think feature length storytelling or feature storytelling is really winning the day right now in general. If you think about serialized storytelling, which is obviously what, most of the shows on any streamer, whether they're limited series or not, they are telling, a story in the form of a movie, from sort of start to finish in sort of that linear form of having a beginning, a middle, and an end, as opposed to the episodic. So from the standpoint of it being 2 hours versus 6 hours versus 8, 10, whatever it might be, I think that that's definitely something that right now people are, getting very used to. Consumers are enjoying. I think there will be a switch back to a certain amount of, episodic as well. But I think at the end of the day, both of them have their place, and probably a variety of different properties that fit into those and the storytelling. So my anticipation is that you have sort of everything and anything, because now with streaming, the abundance of possibility is really there.
And along with creating new Star Trek, the Roddenberry Vault introduces high-tech processes to bring back to life old sets or legacy characters. What is it like working on this project, and what can fans look forward to or expect from this project moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the interesting thing about that project, the Roddenberry Archive, is that where it goes a lot of time has to do with just sort of what is of interest and what we think would be a really significant thing to investigate within the Star Trek and or Roddenberry universe. I think that working on it, is great because it gives us a tremendous amount of pride in where Star Trek has come from, 58 years old now, and the fact that it's been around since its inkling beginnings of a one man's idea or vision for it is pretty crazy. So to be able to, in some way, document that or preserve it is very, very special to us and important.
So Star Trek defied odds by bringing back the second and third wave storytelling. What do you think is so timeless about that type of storytelling?
I think that at the end of the day, when we look at Star Trek and we recognize its tremendous longevity, that storytelling is really cemented in its characters and its relevance. And I think that that's really what makes it be able to continue to move forward. I think that our ability to put forth heroes and characters that not only make us feel like, hey, tomorrow might be a better day in many ways, but also that we can somehow relate to them or emotionally connect with them and the situation they're in, as foreign as it may seem. I think the emotions behind it and the understanding of humanity and human connection and human relationships remains true even in the 24th century and beyond.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, my final question was, what are your hopes for Star Trek for the decades to come?
Oh, goodness. I think that one of the things we live by a bit is the idea that Star Trek is today's problems with tomorrow's solutions. So I think that what I hope for is that many years from now, Star Trek obviously is alive, is well, is something that is taking on and tackling whatever issues are in front of us at that point, recognizing that striving for perfection perhaps means we may never get there, but I think that's a lot to do with what the human achievement and human experience is about. So I hope that we are looking at those things and recognizing them and talking about them as opposed to trying to ignore them. But I do hope also along with that we're trying to find new solutions and better ways to do things, as I think that oftentimes perhaps our own evolution lies a lot more in our heart than our head.
That is very well said. Once again, give it up for Trevor Roth.